very first phone call that I ever answered. I was in tears. I had to put him on hold, and I'm not even a shy person. It was the pressure and the anxiety of being brought questions I may not know the answer to. And it
Mm.
wasn't until somebody told me and gave me permission to say, you know what, um, something along the lines of, you know what, CJ, that's an incredible question. Let's find out together.
Mhm.
And it's as simple as that. Nobody is going to say, well, don't you know? Well, hang on, let me pull up my resources. Every state's a little different. Every policy is a little different. So if you're telling someone, let me pull up my resources, and they try to argue with you, that's not someone I would want in my agency anyway. They need to give, I mean, now if they're asking you something as simple as, well, what's a deductible? Of course, we need to know those things, right? That would be silly. But you know, for I get people all the time who are asking claims questions, and I just tell them flat out, I hold a personal lines license, right? I'm personal lines. I like to keep it personal. So I don't deal with the claim side of things, but let me pull up my resources. Let's read together. Um, and I'm a big fan of screenshots, right? So if there's a resource that I have on a specific question, I will screenshot straight from the company and I will send it to them, letting them know this is the official word, right? So it also gives us by using, now I'm careful with emails because, they're all time stamped and things. But if it's something that I want documented 100% hands down, like let's say they waived a coverage. Let's say they waived an uninsured motorist, or they waived water backup on their home. I had this one earlier. I had someone who said, I don't need water backup. And I was like, okay, I know we live in a desert. I'm located in Arizona. We live in a desert. However, here in Arizona, that's one of the number one claims. If you want me to write a policy without water backup, I'm going to need your autograph. So
Yeah.
just simple things like that, that CYA situation. We might have E&O insurance, but we don't want to use it.
No,
Yeah.
you don't.
Yeah. So I think it's just as far as like workflows, call flows, and staying organized. I have multiple things that I use. OneNote is one of my favorites. OneNote can be transferred from your phone to your laptop. It all syncs together and links. So I can take notes anywhere, everywhere with OneNote. I can open new tabs. I can create files. So in the very beginning of my journey, OneNote is the thing that kept me safe. And then it was converted into the playbook um, that is in on the website. So everything that was collected there just started out on a sticky note to begin with. So if sticky notes need to be how we stay organized, that's okay. There was one point I had sticky notes all the way around my screen, and it started clockwise. So we went around, answer the call was at the top. I need name, address, phone number, and date of birth. Then I would go around and say, okay, I need to let them know, just like a doctor coming in to look into your ear, they're going to say, hey, CJ, I'm headed in. I'm going to take a peek in. So the same way with any sort of policy that you're going to write, hey, CJ, here in a moment or two, I'm going to ask you for XYZ
Mm.
information. Can you get that handy? Then I'm going to go around to 3 o'clock and we're going to talk about the details of the policy. Now, 3 o'clock may last to 6, right? But I'm going to collect all of that information. By the time I've hit 9 o'clock, I should have the meat and the potatoes of the policy, maybe fine tuning some coverages here and there. But your 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock puts you back at, I'm offering this policy. I'm not
Mhm.
selling anything. I'm educating, I'm offering, and I'm letting you know what you have available to you. So that's how I set up my sticky notes in the very beginning. It was just around the clock. Where do I need to be? And, because as you're talking to people and building that rapport, you're also taking notes. And I used just a regular old Word doc so that I can erase it and start over with every call. But all of the notes that I took in Word documents, I would then copy paste right into the profile. Not even editing. If I misspelled whatever, it doesn't matter. I get the gist of it. And anyone after me would too. So that's how I kept my workflows straight. So OneNote was always used for the question and answer. If I have a short-term rental, where can I write that? If I have a homeowner's policy where the roof is XYZ years old, where can I write that? How can I write that? So all of those things went into OneNote, and then the details of the person I was speaking to went into just a regular Word doc that I could easily delete and erase. And then my sticky notes were always about call flow. I hope that helps.